All right, boys. Well, you read the title of the video. This is no clickbait. I am quitting YouTube. I am quitting Instagram, and I'm closing down the RedbeardRants business side for new clients. We're going to continue to service the people we already have, and we may have space for like 1 or 2 people that are on the fence to join last minute. But other than that, I'm closing down the business side and the YouTube, the Instagram, everything. I'm not putting out any new videos. I'll keep the channel up, but in this video, I'm going to talk about why I'm quitting, the most pertinent question, what I plan to do next, what I think about the coaching industry as a whole and why I'm getting out of coaching to do something else, male-female dynamics, and just kind of how we got here, right? Like this whole journey of like from this idea that I had, how I wanted to like disrupt this, dating space and create something amazing. And my main goal was that men should never have to settle, especially successful men who have put effort into improving their appearance, their confidence and personality, including, social skills, of course, and of course their business and their finances, that guys like us should never have to settle. And it's really sad when you see these successful guys dating women that are quite frankly far below them. Most guys that I see, if they're going to be perfectly honest, they're living in cope, and the women they date are fat, ugly, disgusting, and combative. And it's been a blast. It's been a crazy journey up until now, but the sad realization is that most men just don't want to be helped. They're completely bitch-made, victimized, effeminate faggots, and they're just allergic to anything doing self-help. You guys watching this, most of you guys do not fall in that category. The fact that you're even watching, a YouTube channel that's about going overseas and dating more feminine women, building a high set of social media presence, and of course, dating automation just shows that you're not in that other group of guy in that category that
I think the most brilliant shit I've heard him come up with is the dating automation shit. I think that is dope, right? Like today, everything, like I said, everything is math. It's mathematical. If you can figure out a system to talk to women really fast, you can vet them out really, really fast and see who's good for you and who's not. And Shorty he has on screen looks pretty good.
I'm talking about. I also want to talk about the business aspect. I'm going to review my revenue numbers and things like that. And speaking of revenue and the business side, if you've been sitting on the fence and you want to work with me, by the way, the deliverable, what we do is we build you a pipeline of what we call relationship quality women. An online dating virtual assistant logs into your socials, pretends to be you, manages the entire front end of your dating life, chats with them, finds them, and then they hand off the interaction to you only on the women who showed really high interest after about 15 to 20 messages.
I think this is a good idea if you are already good with women yourself. I think this is a terrible idea if you don't know how to talk to women. You're awkward because a woman is going to be basically talking to two different completely let me move shit over. They're going to be talking to two completely different people. I'm sorry, you probably couldn't even see this bad bitch that he had here on the corner, right? Yeah, she's going to be talking to two completely different people, but I mean, who cares, right? Like, like the goal is for you to get the date, so.
I'm not hiring any new virtual assistants for this service. We have 4 or 5 good people. I forget, 4 or 5 really, we just hired some new ones too. Really good people that have clients. The clients are very, very happy. A few of them have space to take on 1 or 2 more people. If that's you, you can come. First come, first serve. I'll take new people until March 25th if you've been sitting on the fence. Other than that, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not getting any new customers or new people, but we have the teams in place. We have the management in place. We have coaches for the virtual assistants. They're trained and it's good to go. I'm just not scaling this as a business. Now, going back to the whole like men don't want to be helped thing. It's not just me. It's not my sales skills and it's not my offer of like, dating automation or, picking up girls primarily on social media, although I'm a big advocate for dating.
I'm waiting for him to, because I don't want to get like copyright struck. I'm trying to get to the point where he starts talking about the reason why he stopped.
As well. And I know this because I'm in a group chat with 44 other dating coaches in the space. I won't give names, but your other favorite dating coach, if you watch other dating coaches, they're in this group. 75% of all the large and famous, relevant, active dating coaches are in there. We have about 10 million followers combined. And we chat in this group chat. Again, 44 people. I started it. It's my group chat. We all say the same thing. Online coaching for self-help for men anyway is a sinking ship. Men are just so beaten down by life. They have so many limiting beliefs. They legitimately don't think a feminine, pretty girl could ever want them. And it's getting very, very hard for me to, fight them and try to unwire their limiting beliefs.
I don't know, guys. I don't really believe that's that's the case. I think what it really is that guys don't want to pay for that shit. Like, I just think that's it. Because I feel like every guy, when I read comments and I go through thousands of posts reading comments, I get all these shit in my algorithm. Almost every guy feels the same about all girls. These girls are really easy to smash. None of them are wifey material. So it kind of just goes into like, she's going to charge me a certain amount of money. If I have to spend the money anyway to take her out on a date, I might as well just give her the money and smash. I might be able to smash a couple times without giving her any money. I think most dudes across the world are feeling this way, right? Like when you can come to Pattaya, Thailand and see some of the most rude, short, ugly dudes smashing something every single night. Why would anybody? I think more guys are just opting out of dating. It's like, yo, I'm not going to find my wife. These women are all hoes. Let's just allow the hoe down to begin. That's what I think the core of it is. I don't think it's that men are just so beaten down by life and they don't want to pay for shit. I think it's more so like, hey, when a girl's a 10, she's probably a hoe, which is the truth. And the girl that's a 6 thinks she's too good. And the second you put yourself in a realm where you're going to take a girl serious, right, they start finding reasons to play with you. Like that's what I see personally. When you keep shorty on the level of Pound Town, it's like it's so much easier to take her to Pound Town than it is for you to be in a relationship with her. It's like she makes it more difficult for the guys that like her and makes it way easier for the guys that just want to smash, right? That's what I think. This is what I see. I could be wrong, but this is what I personally noticed. But anyways.
And that's the real reason they don't think it's possible for whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm not here to get, into their psychological profile about every client, but we hear every type of excuse. I have no time. Funny because my service is a time-saving service. So you saying you have no time literally means you're the ideal avatar. It's like saying, I can't start going to the gym until I lose weight first. No, you go to the...
Yo, Casey, that hairline in some of these pictures and videos is diabolical, bro. That hairline is diabolical, bro. Like that shit is like OD, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't have been mad at you if you went and got yourself a toupee. That hairline is diabolical, Brody. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You know me. That hairline is vicious, bro. That hairline is super vicious, bro. Guys, hit the like button, support the stream, $ HomiesHub. Send me you guys videos if you guys want me to go over your videos, the stream. All right, let's finish going over this.
Gym, because that's how you lose weight. You use my service because it frees up your time. It doesn't take time. Anyway, but yeah, I have no time. I can't handle this until next year. I want to lose weight, or I've had guys say like, I can only get my hair cut by this like certain barber and he's in like another state and I won't do photo shoot until I see like this particular barber. And you're just like, mate, like you're 40 years old. You're trying to date.
All right, Casey, please don't get my account banned, bro. Come on.
A beautiful.
I like that he talks to black women.
A beautiful, feminine, low body count, charismatic, charming, high IQ 21-year-old is you can't get a haircut for your...
None of these chicks have a low body count. None of them. Every chick he's showing on screen right now has been ran through. And that is not me hating, bro. I literally live out here the same way that you do.
Photo shoot. It's just pretty sad. And again, it's not just me. In this group chat, we have people from a variety of backgrounds, a variety of offers. We have guys that teach traditional, like they take you out in the daytime to the mall, university campus, and they'll like pick up girls with you live, like a pickup boot camp. They'll actually demonstrate and be your wingman and watch how you pick up girls and coach you in person. Guys who do it all online, like a school community, SKOOL, like an online community and course and coaching program there. Guys who just teach online dating and mentor.
So everything Casey Redbeard is saying in this shit just sounds like you're trying to help people that can't help themselves, but they want like I feel like, and obviously he's gonna have to go through his numbers. I would have to see his numbers. There's not a lot of men that are gonna take that initiative to pay for help to talk to women, right? Like just like Passport Salvation just said in the chat, a lot of dudes are comfortable being on the plantation. for me, I know I could improve drastically when it comes to talking to women, but it's really talking to women when there's a language barrier. That's where I think it's like the, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just talking to women when like there's language barrier. For me, it's more like having my way. Like with putting the most minimal effort in, having my way, right? Someone might say, well, you might have to improve your looks physically. And I'll say, nah, it's not that. Like, yes, you shouldn't be a fat, ugly, sloppy ass nigga trying to have your way. But if you're relatively handsome, you got muscle, you know, you're clean shaven, you're well groomed, girls are going to like you. At that point, it's just energy, right? Like, I think anywhere between a 5 and an 8 doesn't make that much of a difference unless you're just a guy that's a 10. And no matter how much surgery and, you know, physique and sculpting you do, being a 10 is something that you're just genetically given. So between a 5 and an 8, women don't really care that much. They care more about the way you carry yourself and your energy and how you talk. It's basically trying to run that same game in another language, right? And stop looking at you like a fool. That's it.
Kind of similar to what I do without the dating automation, but like all types, like any type of offer, guys that are more built on like lifestyle design and things like that. And we're all saying the same thing. This is why I know, like, you guys ever been like insecurity, thought you had like what you believed was like a very personal insecurity, and then you realized everybody else has that insecurity and you felt validated? That's how I feel about this group, because I was like, is it my messaging? Is it just the offer? Do people not want an automated pipeline of beautiful women, you know, coming to them? Is it the fact that I'm, you know, a passport bro, and most of these beautiful girls you've been seeing me with on the screen are in other countries, and they think that I can't help them because I do most of my dating overseas? And
this girl is really gorgeous, for sure. And if she got an ass on top of that, pregnant.
No, everybody else, guys who've been doing this for, you know, 10 years plus are in this group, and it's just a sinking ship. Just men are retarded, bitch-made little sissy faggots who don't want to spend any money on.
I'm sorry, Redbeard. I'm so sorry. I'm tired of seeing you kiss bitches on my screen, bro. I really am tired of that shit, bro.
On self-improvement, and that's all there is to it. Business owners do want to spend money on a service that makes their business money. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do B2B sales, probably with SaaS companies. That's SaaS, software as a service. I'm probably going to do lead generation for SaaS companies, because a guy can't understand about why building an online, a high status online profile and getting dating automation would help him with women. And he has all these limiting beliefs about why he can't do it, or even in-person coaching, like guys just are allergic to this. But a business owner understands that, hey, I have this software as a service company. YouTube is a known platform for attracting clients. This guy has a service where he'll script out my YouTube ideas and deliver me YouTube videos that talk about my software as a service company.
That is a way better business idea. Way better.
And I'll get more money. People will buy money for more money. I don't have to unwire these, you know.
It says, I feel like male simp culture is bigger than masculine female culture. I don't even know if it's a culture. I think men have just settled for what they could take, right? Like, you know, there are women that, see, I don't really know how to explain it, but I'll put it like this. A lot of men, I don't even really know if their problem is getting laid. I think a lot of men's problem is getting laid by the kind of girls they want to get laid by. And it's like, once a woman falls into a particular category physically, you should see how their mentality changes. Like, once she falls into, she has a nice gym body, or she's been going to the gym, even if it's a little bit, even if she's a little sculpted, her like how she views herself just shoots through the roof. And let's not mention the girls that go get surgery and pay for the surgery. All of them want to become like eye candy. So the only guys that they're attracting are guys that want to take them to Pound Town, and they're okay with that. Like, and the only guys they want to be taken to Pound Town by are the kinds of guys that can easily pull girls like her. Like, women have such a really fucked up way of thinking when it comes to just like dating in general today. It's like hypergamy on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're so hypergamous to a fault because they end up never actually getting this dream man that they want. And all that happens to them is that they just keep getting taken to Pound Town and nobody wants to take them serious. But the only guys that she really gives the time of day are niggas that want to take her to Pound Town, and with guys that only take her to Pound Town. And they set these unrealistic expectations on these guys that, okay, maybe I'll be the one girl he does more than just take to Pound Town. And it's like they get like so disappointed when that doesn't happen. Right. And it's not only till she's been ran through by like 100 more dudes that she figures out like, okay, all of these really like these tall, flashy jewelry. Like, okay, I saw a post by a girl on Threads the other day and she was like, I had a chain dangling in my face the other night. Did you? And it's like, that shit had like thousands of likes, right? Because ideally, that's the kind of guy a girl wants on top of her. She wants the tattoos, the chain dangling over her face, right? She wants the guy to either get money, he's a player, he's a scammer. That's the kind of guy she wants digging her out. But you, as a nice guy that wants to be, you know, cool and funny and trustworthy and probably marriage material, you make her pussy dry. And I've said this to you guys like millions of times. Like, these girls want to be taken to Pound Town by fuckboys. Like that's what they want. So when you're trying to take her out on dates and approach her as anything other than a piece of meat, she's gonna look at you crazy. But also she's looking at you like, do you really have it like that? Like, are you the kind of guy that could just walk up to girls and just say what you want and they kind of be going? Because if not, I'm not gonna let you smash anyway. I'm gonna put you through it. I'm gonna make your life difficult. So a lot of guys are dealing with that shit, and they're going, "Yo, bro, I would rather just pay for this girl's OnlyFans and just jerk off. Like, women are the devil. I would lose so much money." Other guys are going, "Yo, bro, I'd rather just get a plane ticket, come to Parque Yeris, go to Brazil, go to Thailand, smash to my heart's content, come back home." And that's what a lot of us have opted into doing, right? Like, not saying they can't get no girls in the States, but do you want to be dealing with a 4 acting like she's an 8? No. So it's like, you know, and speaking for Redbeard as a guy that's living overseas, his business model always had a weakness. Like, you have the ability to be overseas. A lot of these guys have to go to work, bro. They have jobs that they're stationed in the States. They can't be in Brazil chasing the 23-year-old beautiful girl with no kids. Like, he can't do that. And even if he can, all he's going to have time to do is take her to Pound Town. He's not going to be able to actually build a real relationship with her. So I think he was kind of always shooting himself in the foot by having his business model. To be honest with you, I don't really see how it would have worked for him long term. But anyways,
crazy, limiting, irrational beliefs that they have about why it wouldn't work. And my come to Jesus moment is where I saw this kid, good kid, you know, nothing bad to say about him. He was a former client of mine, and then I see his face on a call for this coaching program, the same coaching program that I'm going to do to get my new business venture off the ground. And he's printing money. He's doing $120K a month. And with all due respect to this kid, he's an amazing kid, 19-year-old. Well, I don't want to say any more details about it. I don't want to give it away, but really good kid. I'm sure he's really smart and hardworking, but I just don't believe there's anything unique or special about what he's doing that I couldn't do. I'll talk about my revenue numbers, but why am I, you know, basically putting people in a fucking chokehold to get a little bit of money out of them? And, you know, have good month, bad month, good month, bad month over like 3 years of doing this, when simply put, my talents are just better served other places. Content creation, overall content strategy, making videos that actually push people towards booking a sales call, actually being able to close them on a sales call. These skills are better served with any offer that's not self-help related, because men are pussy-ass faggots and they don't want to be helped. Contrast now from the early 2000s. A good friend of mine, put him on the screen now, RSD Tyler or Owen Cook. He's an actual good friend of mine. I didn't just like meet him at a seminar and take a selfie with him. I could call him up right now. Well, assuming he's not busy or something, I could call him up right now, chat with him for, 2 hours. And if I would tell people in the early 2000s, hey, discover this thing called real social dynamics. There's this guy that says learning how to pick up women is not something you're born with, but it's a skill. They would say, that's so amazing. When can we try this? What are the pickup lines? Let's go out and, do this. And pickup for a brief moment even became mainstream with that show VH1 The Pickup Artist featuring Mystery. Now, if you compare that to today, just look at my Instagram comments on my organic content or the ads. They'll say, this guy is a scammer. All dating apps are a scam. He's so fucking ugly. I bet you those girls are prostitutes. This is cringe. Yeah, that's a big one. This guy's so fucking cringe. They'll say, since when did Jim Carrey, dye his beard? This stupid ginger, his eyes are too close together. He's ugly. Anything other than having an open mind and saying, there's this very average, very normal looking guy getting with women that society says should be out of his league. He's claiming that, he has the whole thing automated down to a science. Let me be open to this. Let me find out more. And the comments don't bother me when I'm printing money. So if I'm getting these angry feminists and going viral, because I've had reels hit, 10 to 12 million on my own platforms, and then many millions when people repost my content on Twitter. And if I'm printing money and I have all this good positive feedback from the clients, the merchant processor is chugging along, 3K this day, then 6K that day, then 8K that day, then the hate comments kind of motivate me. They kind of fire me up. But without the income to back it up, waking up to all the hate comments is not nearly as fun. And, full transparency, these are my income numbers. So tracking from October of 2025 last year to now we're in March of 2026. I did 30K. This is top line revenue, cash collected. This is not profit. My profit margins are probably around 60 to 70%. So 30K total cash collected in October, 25K in November, 25K in December, 40K in January, a record month, and then it kind of dropped off to 9K in February, which is a shame because Instagram was popping, but Instagram is like a bipolar girlfriend, and it has good months and bad months, and you can't really control it. Some months on IG, you can do no wrong, and your worst reel hits 50K, and then the next month, you make a piece of content that would have hit 10 million if it was published the month before.
I would have loved if he would have actually posted his numbers on the screen so we can see them. That would have been nice.
Or now you're lucky if it'll crack, 20K. It's just wild. In March, we'll probably do around 15K. So it's, 20, 25, maybe 30K on average month. And then the really bad months are like 10K. The really good months are 40K. And for some of you, that may seem pretty cool. You're like, damn, why is this guy complaining that like his talents are better served in other industries? And like, 40K at 70% margin sounds pretty good to me. That's 28K profit. What he's complaining about. Without being arrogant, at my level of raw talent, at my IQ, at my work ethic, with my skills, that's fucking peanuts. I am being paid poverty level wages for the skill sets that I have because I have done something that...
Poverty level wages is crazy. If you feel that, bro, then I feel that 10 times more. I'm sitting here building apps, YouTubing every day, and I'm not even making that. So I wish I was making 10. My goal is to hit 10K a month. 10K for you is poverty wages, bro. 10K a month for me, I'm going to scale that 10K to fucking $1 million a month if I can get to 10K.
Very few people have ever done. It's one of the hardest goals that anybody could ever set out to achieve, and I've achieved it, which is legitimately becoming a famous person. I can reach 20 to 30 million unique profiles per month. That's not views. That's 20 to 30 million unique profiles can see me in a given month. And I've done the math between my own socials, YouTube, Instagram, combined a little bit of TikTok, and just the sheer amount of videos that have gone viral on Twitter from people reposting me. 5 to 10% of all English-speaking adults have seen my face. I will say that again. 5 to 10% of all English-speaking adults in the world, Germany, United States, have seen my face. Now imagine if, and this is in the dating space, so 5 to 10% of all English-speaking adults see my face in the dating space. I make, 30, 40K, right? What if 5 to 10% of all people who speak English have seen my face, but it wasn't for the dating niche. Imagine I was in, like I did wedding planning for like the extraordinarily wealthy, or I was a personal injury lawyer or something random, like I was in home kitchen remodeling. I would be worth hundreds of millions, if not billions, if 10% of all people who speak English had seen me and I was famous for kitchen remodeling. My company, like we couldn't hire enough contractors. We couldn't, do enough business. But dating...
I'm not mad at his line of thinking because I understand what it is to be highly ambitious, and he is highly ambitious, okay? And I do have to respect that about him. But just like someone said in the chat, Redbeard, the sun don't shine forever, bro. You're making good money. I assume you're single. You can take care of yourself. You just believe you can make more money, and I think you can too. I think your talents would be served in a completely different market. I don't think self-improvement, trying to get dudes to know how to talk to chicks, you're wasting your energy, bro. Sell that to the people on higher levels that have the money for it. It's kind of like being the guy, like, you're not like you don't really sell weed, but you got it on deck, and if somebody wants it, you'll sell them some. Sell some of those colleagues you find in tech sales how to get access to gorgeous women. Charge them a premium and have something else that you do. Right now, there's too much sex work out here for guys to want to care about how to date women. They're just trying to bust a nut and get back to work. I'm sorry if any of you guys disagree with me. I promise you, I do not give a fuck about how to date any of these chicks. I'm just trying to bust a nut, right? When it's time for me to settle down and marry, I'd rather have a chick that I come through like her knight in shining armor. She pop out a couple babies for me. She's compliant. She listens. That's it. I know how to scout a hoe and how to not scout a hoe. I know when a woman can be made a housewife, and I know when she's going to be stuck in the streets. I don't even need help with that at all. You know what I'm saying? I think if like anything, I need to work on my patience dealing with some of these women now. But I don't see how self-help coaching and shit. I mean, hey, he's making good money from it, but I don't know how much some of these guys are paying you, but at some point they're like, bro, I'm paying all this money and I still can get no ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that's that's what this shit comes down to. Like, bro, I'm paying all this money and I still cannot get no ass. So you probably sold a couple consultations, you probably got a couple recurring memberships and shit, but all men are gonna reach that plateau where they're not going to keep paying for dating help because they already got enough pussy. You know what I mean? At some point, it's going to get to where it's like, yo, can I actually settle down with these chicks? Can I get a girlfriend? Can I get a wife? Because all dudes are going to get tired of smashing. I say this shit to guys all the time. Like, bro, you're going to get tired of smashing at some point and you're going to want to settle down. And because you're going to want to settle down, you're going to start looking at some of these chicks like, man, like, you're a waste of time and energy. I'm just smashing. All guys are going to get tired of smashing at some point. You can't smash everything, especially when you figure out you can just get a passport. Like, imagine paying Redbeard for consultations on how to get women and, systems. And I don't know how much he's charging. I could imagine he's charging upwards of $1,000 a month. And you can literally just buy a plane ticket, come to Colombia, and date as much as you want. Right? Because all this shit comes down to is that you're going to be tricking. So it's like these women have collectively, globally, across the world decided that they're going to be prostitutes. Like, that's it. Like, you have very few of them that are actually going to be wanting to be with you. And a lot of those girls get snatched up as soon as a guy figures that out. Like, oh, yeah, it's over. They're really good-looking guys, the guys with money, the guys with clout. They're snatching up all the good girls. They're dicking them down. They're traumatizing them. They're fucking them up. They're bringing them back out into the street. And then by the time you get them, she's a total hoe, right? Or she's damaged, or she has or she's fat. Like, there's a bunch of shit going on with her. It's like you're just dealing with lesser quality women. And I think even the incels are figuring out, or they're really convincing themselves. They're like, hey, man, this girl isn't even worth the pursuit. You know what I mean? Like, and even worse for the incels that don't even have money to buy coochie. They just pay for the OF, which they're like the worst. They're the absolute worst type of guys. But when you discover the game of coming overseas, like, and only a few men can travel anyway, you'll never go back to regular dating. Almost every dude I know that I grew up with in high school or college is watching my channel, watching me travel, watching me have access to all these women, and they want to do the same shit. They have girlfriends. They have baby mamas. They're just not happy with these women. These women are not making men happy. They're like, bro, I would rather spend a little bit of money, clap some shit up, and come back home and work until the next time I could go and clap it up again. I would rather not deal with these headaches. So, and these women are being, and I don't know where the opposing force is. You know what we need to start doing on this channel? We need to start attacking the women content creators that are reinforcing this negative narrative on women. I feel like we don't hold them accountable. I'm not going to be sitting here going back and forth with you YouTubers. We got to go at the chicks like the Mariah Sinceres that just hop on YouTube and grift for views. Like we have to start going at chicks like that. Those toxic female podcasts that tell, oh, well, if you can't take me on a date, if you can't spend 150, why should I? We got to start attacking those bitches, right? Because they're the ones that keep reinforcing this transactional prostitution ass mindset amongst women, where it's like women offer you the bare fucking minimum and you have to just accept that shit.
Guys apparently don't want help. Even guys, like, I'll tell a story. This is about a particular guy named T. I won't give away his full details, but T has been watching me on YouTube for a long time. He's watched, 10 plus of my videos. I forget, but I think it's been many months or even, a year that he's been watching me on YouTube. We got on the call. We think exactly alike. Our taste in women, from, the physical type to hating tattoos and piercings, our thoughts on how, running your dating life like a business with KPIs and tracking conversion rates is so great. And I'll get on this call with the guy for an hour and a half. And it's a typical thing where, like with a business owner, if I just said, hey, have all these testimonials, you can have a free trial of this. I've worked with such and such person. This is kind of the process. He'll kind of go, yeah, that makes sense. Let's do it. But there's something about people who have some limiting belief, some success barrier for themselves where they just won't take action. Now, T, I'm going to send you this video. I don't think I can help you, buddy. I know you're still on the fence and whatnot, but I don't think I can help you, man, because you need so much convincing. And unless you're just bullshitting me about, your net worth and you're actually broke, which I don't think you are bullshitting me, because if it's the finances, maybe that's one thing. But assuming you have all the money you have, and I'm not even talking about T in particular, but other people, I don't get why guys will spend money on something fucking stupid. Like they'll buy, a $30,000 watch or a car that's like way nicer than what they need, or they'll always fly business class. So they'll spend $3K on a business class ticket to be a little bit more comfortable when they could have just flown coach and taken an Ambien and slept on the whole flight. But no, they got to fly business, and they'll spend an extra $2,500 on a plane ticket. But when it comes to meeting a relationship quality woman to have kids with, now, 4 to 5K or 6K, whatever it is to get started is so expensive. Plus it's going to be, $1,000 to $1,500 a month to run this, dating virtual assistant. Oh my God, I have to pay $1,500 a month to have a fucking pipeline built for me of relationship quality women. Now that's expensive. But your, weekly massages at $300 an hour aren't that expensive. Or, the Wagyu steak you had at the restaurant last night that was, $130 for a tiny piece of meat like this is all of a sudden now so expensive. So here's the dark reality of this coaching industry thing. Again, I became legitimately famous.
Like I said before, you can just buy ass, bro. If you have $1,500 a month, you can just buy ass. Like a lot of dudes, I listen. I know that's not what you guys want to hear. I am not promoting the purchasing or buying of ass. I'm just saying I know how most of these guys are thinking, and they're just like, bro, I can just buy some ass, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I understand it's automation and shit like that. I don't have to talk and work that hard, but guys are just going, bro, I can just go and buy some ass, bro. Like I'm really not about to do all this work, automate, pay you $1,500 a month, right? Like for something that may or may not work. Hey man, so it's a pipeline. Like that just feels like a hard sell. I'm actually surprised he's actually been able to even make money off of this shit. So, do we want to keep going through this video? Do we care this much about this? I pretty much know where this is going. This is basically guys don't want to keep paying for his services because virtually they don't see the value in it. For me personally, I wouldn't pay this. Even if I had the money to pay this, I still wouldn't pay this shit. You know what I mean? Like, even if you're not paying for ass, like, at the end of the day, guys just want ass, women just want money. You really simplify everything when you understand that. Anything outside of that is a girl trying to play you for the long game, which is cool if you guys have the patience for that. I'm going to tell you guys, as a guy that is super adamant on not giving girls money, now that I'm a little bit more seasoned overseas and a girl has to do a lot to get some money out of me, I will tell you this right now. The girls that play the long game are some of the most dangerous women to deal with, because when they're like usually gunning for a lot more than just a couple dollars, right? Like they're gunning for your soul, and your soul is not worth it. You feel me? So $1,500 a month versus $150 for an hour. Like, I think most guys are just going to buy some ass. Anyways, do we have any other videos that we want to go over? Shout out to Redbeard. Like I said, I love his content. I think he's dope. But I'm obviously not his ideal client. I would never purchase anything that he's selling. I wouldn't. You know, I tell you guys one strategy I have. The fact that I don't give girls money that way, I'm able to find the girls that really genuinely just want to fuck me. Like, I don't even deal with the chicks. Oh, I need this. I need it. Once I come out the gate with, shorty, I'm not giving you no money. You find the girls that stick around and they just want you to fuck them. Like, that's literally it. Like I like the way you look. I'm lonely. I haven't had a guy in a while. You're big. You're the strong guy. You look comfortable. Come fuck me. Like, that's literally how they act. So for me personally, when it comes having a trick, it's probably because it's a chick that's not really feeling me for me. And I might be in a mood where I don't care. But nowadays, I care. I want a girl to actually like me. I don't want these bitches that are just gold digging and, oh, if you want me to spend more time with you. Like, one girl hit me today, like, oh, if you want me, I told her, I said, hey man, shorty, send me a video of that you know, that thing, because that shit natural. And she Asian, right? Tall Asian, fat ass butt, right? I said, yo, send me a video of that. She's like, oh, but you got to pay for that. I said, shorty, I fucked already. Like, why the hell would I pay you for you to send me a video showing off your ass? And I was already hitting that shit doggy style from the back, putting you through the mattress, pounding your shit. Like, I could have just pulled out the camera right there. I just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been one of those niggas. I said, and just slapping that shit up. She's like, oh, like, you got to pay for that. Like, pay for that. I'm like, shorty, I fucked already. And she started laughing. I'm like, yeah, laugh, bitch, because you sound ridiculous. Like, you probably get some dumbass niggas that say, sure, I'll send you some money. I'm not sending you no fucking money, bitch. I'm going to come right back to, you know, when I see you. I'm going to hit that shit again, and the only difference is that the camera going to get set up now. And now I got a permanent memory of that ass. Fuck out of here. So, yeah, I don't even put up with chicks like that, bro. I just don't. Can't do it. All right. Go through a couple more videos real quick. Someone said they wanted me to go over the Ari Lennox video. I'm going to play that. Said, that's what I was thinking. Why pay $1,500 a month and do all the Thai technical stuff when I could just hit the park and pay $50? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Most dudes just want some ass, okay? Getting some ass is that if you can't find a chick to settle down with, you will definitely take some ass. So that's kind of why I'm just like, most dudes are not going to put themselves through all of that trauma. Paying $1,500 a month to find quality dating women that they can date. And you just happen to find a couple simps that would pay you for dating advice, bro. You made a good living. You see that the well is drying up. See, this is what happens when you like, you know, like a dude like Redbeard, like you hit a gold well and you don't realize you hit a gold well and you're monetizing off of something that's really difficult. You probably make a killing in tech sales. Nigga, do fucking tech sales, bro. You probably would do a good job.